Welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our preview of finals week 3, better known as preliminary final weekend. While you're watching this video, go ahead and hit the like button and also comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts on our thoughts. Gentlemen, it's the best weekend of the year.
It is. It's
preliminary final weekend.
Pure footballers weekend or whatever they call
and
it.
crowd, because the actual supporters that go.
Because the grand final's half corporates.
Please.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and it's two big finals.
And they kick a goal and they...
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay.
Let's get started.
I actually want
What were
to
you
say
thinking?
something before we start.
What would you like to say?
I might have to read this.
It's a statement.
No.
Carol Zara.
You know the Bible, what is it? Luke 3, whatever, you know, the
Austin 3:16.
16.44.
So
This is not a statement he's done something wrong or...
Richard Goyder, chairman of the AFL, chairman of Qantas. Why is it that come finals time, they hike up the prices of flights 4 times?
ridiculous.
Yet, you cannot sell your finals ticket for more than 10% of what you bought it for.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't benefit Richard Goyder in the AFL.
That's right.
What a scumbag.
No,
Seriously,
correct.
what an
He's
absolute
right.
scumbag.
100%. I'm glad you brought that up.
It's disgusting. You need to step down from the AFL and Qantas immediately because you
A Jew.
are destroying football.
Jew.
Yeah, an absolute Jew of a human being. Who do you think
Worried
you are,
about
mate?
his own
Seriously.
pocket. Wouldn't it, you know what? Couldn't tell you 5 things about the game.
No, he wouldn't have a clue. All he does is stand up on Brownlow night. You don't see him throughout the year. Stands
Yeah.
up on Brownlow night and talks like he's known the Brownlow winner. Mate, what about Gil McLaughlin, who's out every week? Like, mate, get him to do it. Who are you, Richard?
And
Goyder?
I
Seriously,
totally agree,
You need
100%
to get out of this country. Literally, you're a skid mark on this country, mate.
That's a great
It's
comment.
disgusting.
Skid mark.
He's a bad human
Like
being.
call the freak, call the highway.
I wouldn't mind.
And as
That's
for
a
the
good
Australian
one.
government, do something about it. Why the AFL go, oh, no, I can't do that. There's a law against that. But yet Qantas, from $200 return or $300,
Yeah, it's gone to
$1,600.
yeah, correct.
Really?
Look, they do it for Grand Prix weekend and they do it for Melbourne Cup weekend as
Why?
well. It's
Why
just
though?
pathetic.
Yeah, why?
They do it for
It's
school
disgusting.
holidays. It's not petrol.
Hang on.
That's
Okay.
right.
We're not going by the price of the barrel of oil. Or
I
whatever,
agree. However, right, and I agree, I shouldn't be doing it for all that. But if you're the chairman of the AFL and Qantas, shouldn't you have some say?
Of course he has.
Let's look after the AFL fans.
But they don't,
okay,
mate.
No, he's looking after
you
his
should be.
pocket, mate.
Yeah, but they should be, right?
Of course.
Okay, you want to gouge Grand Prix. You've got nothing to do with it. It's bad. I shouldn't be doing it. I agree, but to do it
But the
when you're the chairman of the
involvement,
AFL,
it's true.
and
Yeah.
you're chairman of
Biting the hand that feeds you.
yeah,
Is it,
absolutely disgusting. And anyway, the reason I bring this up so heavily is my mum is actually going to Brisbane
for the game?
for the game. They got
Didn't
tickets.
want to bring little Andrew along?
No, I
Sorry,
didn't-
Andrew, you have to stay home.
I didn't want to go. No, I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. I just,
TV's a better
Oh,
view.
no, I just. It's one of those
You
things.
know, if you're
that-
going with probably a group of friends, maybe you would. You'd probably
maybe,
go.
but it's not just that. It's just
So you're
like,
saying we're watching it with you? Or is it just private?
when is it? 5 o'clock? No, private. What do you mean? A private? I'm selling tickets.
Would you have gone to
10%
Brisbane
more.
if it was north?
Absolutely. I would have tried, yeah. Yeah,
$1,600 to go.
Oh,
It's a lot of money. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm getting
I
at.
would have driven. I
Yeah.
know people can't. Not everyone can drive.
Yeah.
Did your mum? See, your mum got tickets.
Yeah, they
All
got
good?
some cheap. So Qantas released a handful. It was just luck. It was luck. She kept checking, and I think it was like 700 return, which is still ridiculous. For
That's
for
ridiculous.
Brisbane.
Yeah, I heard people with $2,000.
Oh yeah,
return.
1,600 on
Yeah.
on SEN. It's disgusting.
And again, but
There is
what's seats for the game?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But
There is a way around it, but it'll never happen.
Mm.
And that's for the AFL supporter to just say, you know what, we're going to boycott.
yeah, but it's hard to.
Oh no, it'll never
not
happen.
support your club. You know,
Oh
like,
no, I get
No,
that.
you
Could
won't do it, you
imagine-
won't do it, and I won't do
Yeah,
it.
because imagine if that was to happen. It's
Oh, it'd
like
be
petrol.
awesome.
If no one drives
Yeah,
for
yeah.
a week or no one
They'll
buys
put the
petrol,
petrol
for a
down,
week,
right? 'Cause, yeah.
and put a complete ban
I agree.
or a boycott.
For all that, I agree 100% with what you said. We've spent too much time on that scumbag, by the way.
I know, and it's 5 minutes in, and we haven't even got. So let's get started.
Let's talk about
Proper
preliminary final footy, and we've got some memories of good preliminary finals, haven't we?
Oh,
That's putting you on the
All
spot.
of us have.
There's been some good ones.
99.
I'll take this one if you like, because I mean he's going to take Carlton, isn't he?
Of course, this is yours. First preliminary final is Collingwood GWS at the MCG Friday night, 7:50 p.m.
I tell you what, I said Collingwood was going to win the flag, right? And I'll probably still stand by that. But I'll tell you what, if GWS beat Collingwood on Friday night,
Switch your phone off.
I'll tell you what, every person's going to... There's people at work that laughed at me. GWS won't even get close. If they make the grand final, and if Carlton make the grand final, anything can happen on the grand final day, we all know.
That's right.
Anyway, I think Collingwood's going to be too good for them. I think GWS can stay with them running wide, spread and all that. They can stay with them. I think Collingwood in the clinches are just that little bit better, and the MCG suits them. And I think the week's rest, I know someone says, the week's rest can hurt you. Nah, they've travelled. I think Collingwood just be enough, just fresher. 10 points, 2 goals. I think they'll give them a run for their money. Won't be foregone conclusion. What do you think of that?
You can't lose.
Yeah, he can't lose.
You can't lose.
I can't lose this week.
He's got a grand finalist.
He's got the grand
Whether he's got the
he's
winner,
done it.
we don't know,
He's
but
picked
he's got a
I
grand
totally
finalist.
agree.
He
with
still
you.
thinks that now.
I totally agree with you. Oh, I really do. Everything you said, I agree. I can't add to that. Collingwood just, if GWS win,
Would you be staggered?
No.
I'd be a little bit surprised.
Collingwood?
I'd be surprised. But
I'd be surprised.
yeah, I'd be surprised if GWS won.
Yeah, a little bit.
Jeez, they're blessed, Collingwood, that Taylor Adams got injured.
He's out, yeah.
That's a huge...
Dacos just comes in.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
huge plus. He's slow as treacle.
He's slow.
They will
Treacle?
they will eat him up, GWS.
What is treacle?
It's
It's
like
Manuka honey.
yeah, it's in
just
between
thicker.
honey,
is it?
It's
and
thicker.
maple
thick.
syrup. So
Yeah, but it's thick. It's thick.
thicker maple.
Yeah, so
maple
that's why
syrup.
that's slow as treacle because it just
Slow.
Right, okay.
let it bowie.
Learned
go.
something.
It's like molasses.
Yeah.
That's in my mind. I was thinking, is that
Molasses.
They used to
Same
put
thing.
they used to put that in Mr. Ed's mouth
Mr.
so he
Ed, yeah,
talks.
that's why. Yeah,
I'll
molasses.
explain.
Hello, Wilbur.
Yeah,
That is
teeth,
the
mate.
funniest thing.
He did like yeah,
That is the funniest thing he's done all year.
You reckon?
I want to put molasses in your mouth and see you can take that north.
We should do it.
If Collingwood loses a grand final, put molasses in his mouth. All
No
right?
doubt.
If you like it, and comment down below if we should put molasses in.
What does it taste like first?
Molasses.
I think it's licorice, isn't it? Is it a
Oh, I
licorice
don't know.
taste?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Let us know. I can't remember.
I think
having
it's a
molasses.
licorice taste.
They used to put it in Mr. Ed's mouth.
That's brilliant.
Anyway,
how did you even know that?
I read it somewhere, maybe, and told you. I don't know.
I read it. I
somewhere.
do some. I used to watch that show like religiously.
That's how
as a
his
kid.
mouth moved. But anyway,
I love talking horses.
I think Collingwood by 15 points. And yeah, gee, it's a real tough one.
I don't. I think
You're going
GWS.
Jesus.
GWS?
Yeah, I just think.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, or both of you. Does GWS's forward line trouble Collingwood's
Yeah,
back line?
very much so.
Okay, so
They move around a lot. They're
They
very
do?
mobile. Very
I'm
mobile.
talking about Hogan and Riccardi,
Yeah.
and then you got Green. And
Green.
okay, so Moore will take Hogan, you would think,
He'll have his
but
hands full.
but Moore will sort of
But Moore will be higher, won't he?
Yeah, well, so who else down there? Murphy.
Yeah.
Murphy and Quain are my boy.
Oh, no, I think they match up all right. I think GWS match up all right with them, but I think Collingwood are quite capable of holding them. But Toby Green's he's elusive, that kid.
Yeah.
I don't like.
He's
I was
elusive.
gonna say something. Listen, I don't like.
Quainer can go to him.
Yeah, true. I don't like Dacos in. Like, I like that he's in, but he's missed a lot
Well,
of
he
games.
hasn't played,
right?
mate. The pressure, it's
Yeah,
pressure
that's what
cooker.
I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
He'll be right.
You got to play him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not
Yeah.
saying don't play him.
Yeah,
but
I get what you
I
mean.
just don't like that in a big game like this. Like, this is it, right?
I know.
They're going to literally. When
He'll
you
be
haven't played
okay.
for 6 weeks, there's nothing like game.
I get it.
Game
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
They're gonna run over Collingwood. Like, I'm worried about Pendlebury. I'm worried about Sidebottom. Taylor Adams out. Great for Collingwood, I think. That slower player. I'm just worried about their leg pace. Honestly,
Well,
Leg pace, not speed on the ball, but leg
both,
pace.
both.
So I think Collingwood do move the ball.
They move it
with
well,
speed,
but the leg
different
speed.
to leg
yeah,
speed.
the leg speed worries me.
but don't you think Collingwood use the ball better?
not
do?
Not in the
if
last
you look at
probably
Bedford
6
running
weeks.
into an open goal the other night,
Yeah, that was a bad.
what
miss.
about that kick?
But what I'm saying, yeah, I mean, that happens, but I'm saying generally, I think Collingwood use the ball better.
Yeah, gee,
Just.
How
Just.
tight is it? Is
Yeah,
it
it
that
It is
tight, or
tight.
is it
That,
just-
It's actually tighter than what I originally would have thought.
Or is it the fact that it's a preliminary final and you just automatically think, okay, the
It's
four
gonna be-
best sides are there.
Yeah, it's going to be a very tight contest. Yeah,
I'll pose this question to both of you. If GWS win, can they win the flag?
yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Oh, mate, I'll be a genius.
Why not?
Far out.
That's a big call. I
Far
also
out.
think
Genius.
I also think GWS's backline easily takes care of or can take care of Collingwood's forward line.
Collingwood's four line's a bit lame.
very
at times.
suspect.
Speak to us about
Very
GWS's half-backs.
They're all
Brown.
great.
Yeah, what's his name? Is it Uden? Does he play?
Uden.
Iden, sorry.
Uden Noodles. Iden
Iden.
player.
Uden.
Brown.
Noodles,
Brown
yes.
goes all right.
Yeah,
Brown.
Brown back. Yeah, but they've got Buckley, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor's a
Taylor.
a premier defender in the.
Cummings.
Is he up there with the Tom Stewarts and the Darcy Moores of the world? He has to be.
getting
Yeah,
close.
he is now. And Wiedering's.
Wiedering,
Doesn't
yeah.
count
I keep
'cause
forgetting
he's a
it.
GWS supporter. So
I know.
No, that's my yeah. I don't
Wearing his
know.
North
North
Melbourne
fall over.
colours.
If North fall over, he's a big
He's a big
sound in the
GWS.
land of the Giants.
No, this is the group.
The
Yeah,
Tsunami.
The
Orange
Tsunami, the Orange
team.
Tsunami.
I think they can win, honestly. Pressure's on Collingwood here, right? No
It is
pressure on
massive
GWS.
I agree. There's
Collingwood.
no there's no expectation.
Like
on
they got over the
GWS.
line by a goal against Melbourne. You know, yeah, great. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you win in these. It's just move on to the next week. Jeez, pressure's on.
I'm going to give you one player, and I know you don't rate him anymore. Well, I don't think you ever rated him. But this bloke here, in a game like this, I'm not saying you'll get 30 touches, in the clinches, mate, Cullen Ward. I'm telling you.
Yeah. No,
He's
I
that
don't
type
rate
of
him.
footballer
Yeah.
that will chip in and kick 2 goals, or the type of footballer that will open up for the others.
Yeah.
And you go, mate, he didn't get a lot of the ball, but look at all the things. And you know this better than us, mate. You were a coach. He does things on a football field.
Yeah.
For me, like I watch him, because I rate him.
The axe.
Yeah.
The sacrificial axe.
So that's where
And
they can
when he's good,
Do
he
you
gets it too.
remember? Sorry, I
No, that's
interrupted you. The preliminary final they lost to the Dogs.
Hmm.
His first quarter and a half was
Sensational,
exceptional.
yeah.
He went down with, was it a concussion or did he
Concussion,
do
I
his,
think.
Or did he
I
do his
can't
knee?
remember.
Did he do his
Nah,
knee?
he might have done his knee, maybe.
I think he did an ACL.
I can't remember.
But his first 40
Possibly.
minutes, he was tremendous.
No,
He
I
was
rate
the
him.
reason. I know they lost by kick that
Because
night.
he's
but
heart and soul,
it was a
mate.
big loss that night.
He's heart and soul.
I
That's
didn't
why-
know he was 34.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't play like a
You
34-year-old.
forget he was at the Dogs as, for
Yeah,
years.
but you're probably right because he's got 2 more games in him. I think he'll probably retire. at the end of
probably,
the season,
maybe,
so
probably.
He's got nothing to
Underrated.
lose.
Very underrated,
retires-
mate. Kidding me?
Yeah. I get, he's played almost 300 games. That's massive.
So Carlton, Collingwood, thoughts? No, can't win. GWS.
no, they can. Of course, they can win.
Yeah, they can. No chance.
No, I'm not going to go down your path. No, I'm not copping that in the comments. Nah, look,
I'm not copping it. I'm scared.
That's why I just say nothing.
Petrified now.
I just keep
sit on
saying,
the fence.
Yeah, I will be.
I'm safe. I got one of the grand finals strapped up.
That's at your home.
I think GWS win, and not by much. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a great game, I reckon.
I get it, but gee, that's a bad finish for Collingwood's season.
It is.
I said
Clearly, it's a losing preliminary
So
final.
anyway,
Yeah,
But in the context of the season, you can lose a preliminary final. Like GWS lose, you'll go, well, what a performance.
Yeah,
But Collingwood
no doubt.
lose.
Yeah, but what do you say? The
'Cause
Melbourne
I
and Port
asked you
Adelaide,
boys
second and
last
third on
week,
the ladder.
the
Third and
ramifications.
fourth.
Yeah, I asked you guys last week, what are the ramifications of Carlton losing
Yeah.
versus Melbourne? And we were saying, well, Carlton's had a crack.
Yeah.
They get beat week 2.
Yeah.
But if Melbourne were to
No,
lose
massive,
straight sets,
massive.
it's big.
It's big, yeah.
So this one's the same.
Having said that, I think Collingwood last year were ahead of their time making the preliminary final.
They
And
were.
I
They
think
were,
now
I
there's.
agree.
I don't even know if they're there yet.
Have they
I
got
thi-
another year in them,
Yeah,
you reckon?
yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know if it's finish on top of the ladder and everything, but I think it's not by default. I'm not saying they're no good, but I'm just saying like there's a lot of ordinary sides this year. So
True.
I think they sort of took an extra step when they probably shouldn't have, right?
I know, but you can't. Yeah, I know what you're
No,
saying.
I'm just
but you
telling
got to
what I-
give them credit where credit's due.
No,
though.
no, I'm just saying that's what I think. I still think next year and the year after they're growing. Like
Yeah.
Dacos is 19 years old.
So-
19 years old. Like,
So
I know.
in the wash up, what are you saying?
GWS
How much?
will win? A handful, 5 points.
Collingwood between 10 and 15
That's what I said.
points.
Collingwood 10, 15 points. I'm with you.
And they've got McCreary's mum coming down. So
Oh, well then.
Oh, they're
that's-
home.
they'll
Foregone
be-
conclusion.
They'll be
then.
inspired by her.
I was 2 from 2 last week, so
Yeah,
and
fair
I was
enough.
zip
Follow the-
from 2.
Fair enough.
I got 4 from 4 week 1. I think we all did because all the favourites got up.
Yeah.
it's pretty easy, I reckon.
Yeah.
At
I agree.
$8.50.
Anyway,
Saturday, Gabba, 5:15 p.m. Second preliminary final. Brisbane Lions versus Carlton.
Carlton.
Carlton. What have you got for us?
Carlton.
Hate to say it.
Don't do this. It's gonna explode the comments.
It's okay. I don't think Carlton can win. I just
Why?
think the injuries, mate.
But they can bring in.
And I
Martin
said
comes
coming
back.
in. Martin, Mackay.
Mackay.
Yeah, but
Um,
yeah,
you
but
could bring back Dow.
They won't. Though.
You can play
No, but
Boyd.
they're
Boyd
saying
would
that the
come
injured
back.
players today. They were saying on Sports, on Fox
hang
Sports,
on.
the injured players were.
Let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
They're all going to play.
Yeah, we've just overtaken it, haven't we?
They're going to play, but
You're talking about.
do they get through the game?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, well,
Like you've only got one sub, right? If two are out, that's hard.
Are
up
you
there.
saying
again?
Melbourne Cup, 3,200 metres, and then at 2,400.
Yeah, can they go the full
Can they
distance?
go the distance?
Not that they absolutely
They're
agree
going
because
the distance.
yeah, it's a good song. Because I'll tell you one thing: what Carlton's got up their sleeve is a guy called Charlie Curnow who has had zero influence. In the finals.
Shirley.
Zero, right? And he's playing on a very lazy defender in Harris.
I said that.
And don't forget Jackson Payne today, Paul.
Injured, right?
He's out.
Yeah, big loss.
Well,
He's in pain.
yeah, I think
Payne.
so.
That's why
But
he's out.
He's a good defender, but he's a lazy defender, Harris Andrews. And if Charlie can get on his bike and run him around, look out. Like, they can win if that happens.
Do you think Mackay should play? Because there's a lot of talk
Gotta
about.
play, mate.
Yeah.
I think so.
Got to
He
play.
has to play as a decoy, though. I don't think he... Like, don't get me
No,
wrong.
up the ground, mate. You know, he takes those marks up the ground,
Well-
and then he can get it up there to the forwards. Get
Well,
it.
Okay.
yeah,
Shirley will get it down to the smaller boys there.
But having said that, they need to play 50 metres apart.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Swap and whatever. And
Looking back now, in hindsight, we're all champions at it. If Mackay was playing Friday night, I think Carlton would have comfortably won that game because it would have relieved Lever.
Yeah.
Or Lever would have had to have gone
Yeah.
to Mackay. Mackay plays high.
Yeah.
Curnow might have had a little bit more
Influence.
not uncontested footy, but one-on-one footy.
Yeah.
Instead of the crash and bash.
But this is a thing. It's
And that's
horses
the
for
beauty
courses,
of
right?
bringing Mackay in.
Like you've got Mackay up your sleeve. You got Martin, who's a goal kicker. It's going to help.
Hey,
it's
and
not going to hurt.
Motlop,
Yeah, he kicked two rippers.
Fogarty
last-
goes for Martin, doesn't he? No. Or no?
No.
Okay.
Oh, I'd keep Fogarty
I think
in.
Kennedy doesn't
Kennedy's the
play.
one?
Yeah, I said Graham Kennedy's got to go.
Personally, I
I
think
thought Kennedy was okay.
yeah, he was okay.
I know,
You've got
but-
Martin and Mackay, you can't play, mate.
Can you have... Okay, here's another question.
Yeah, go.
Can you have Martin and Motlop?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't have Pitnet though. Even though he was okay the other night,
So he'll...
you've got to go with one ruckman.
So he'll come from Mackay, surely.
I would do that. I'm also a bit suspect, and I said to you, Marchbank, I'm a bit suspect
No,
about.
he's got to play for me.
I think they should
So
play
who
him.
misses out? So Kennedy is a given.
Pitnet, Kennedy.
Throw some names then.
That's it.
What are your
Well,
thoughts?
My thoughts?
Yeah.
I think Owies is on shaky.
That's...
Owies and Cunningham are very shaky.
I would have
for me.
thought Cunningham before Owies.
Keep who?
Keep
I'll
Owies.
keep Owies. The only because he's a goal
Maybe
kicker. That's
Cunningham.
the only reason
I
why.
think Owies got a little bit of...
He can
X
kick a
factor's
goal.
big
He's
word,
a lovely kick.
but
He-
kicked a nice goal.
It's hard to kick goals in finals, right? So
Oh,
when you
yeah.
get a chance, he's
And
a
it'll be
lovely
low
kick.
scoring, I guarantee you. Or,
Ah, it won't be.
No,
I
you
think
reckon?
I think Carlton have to kick 15 to win. It's
Really?
during the day in Brisbane.
If they don't kick 15
25
Carlton,
degrees.
If they don't kick 15 Carlton, they won't win.
They're not holding.
Can Carlton kick 15?
Yeah, can.
They can't. They're not winning kicking 11 goals against Brisbane
Nah.
at the Gabba. They're
If-
just not.
Well, if Carlton kicks 11, then they win that game
I'll
of
be
footy.
staggered. Oh, honestly, I'll be.
Well,
No,
what's
no,
the weather
no.
in Brisbane? What's the
25
weather?
and fine.
Fine,
At
yeah.
5 o'clock.
So
Why 5 o'clock?
does
To
Hipwood...
allow Carlton to come back to Melbourne
But played
for
earlier.
the 7-day break.
Yeah, so played earlier.
Yeah, but then
right?
it's in the heat more over there. Nah, that's a good
No,
move.
no, no. All the preliminary finals on a Saturday have been twilight in the last 4 or 5
Have they?
years. Yeah.
Okay.
Collingwood Sydney last year
Yeah,
was
you're
a
right.
twilight
Jeez, I
on
don't
the
remember.
Saturday night. Richmond GWS was a twilight. That big
Okay, fair enough.
final.
Let's go on the other side. So Hipwood, Danaher... Who's a small forward, Zane? What's his name?
Charlie Cameron.
Cameron and
Yeah, the other one,
and
McCarthy.
McCarthy, Rayner.
Who's the other one?
McCarthy.
Not
Rayner.
McCarthy.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach Bailey.
Is Carlton covered all them?
Oh,
That's what I mean.
that's the key.
I think they can.
To me, that's the key.
So Wiedering goes to Danaher, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So who...
McGovern or Kemp.
And
Okay,
Kemp,
Hipwood.
I'd rather Kemp and then McGovern gets relieved as the intercept.
The little blokes are a bit dangerous for me.
They've got a few. There's 4 of them.
For
Yeah,
me,
that's okay.
Rayner, Cameron...
But geez, that defence has stood up. Nick Newman's been sensational.
Yeah.
It has.
Doherty again, if he can stand up. Sard, he's been pretty good. Like I like that about Carlton. I like their defence.
Who will go to Cameron?
I reckon Kemp might have a crack. Kemp or
Will he be giving
Newman.
away height?
No, I don't think Kemp's quick enough.
Would it be giving
but-
away height?
Who? Kemp.
Camp.
He's 6'5", mate.
We're talking.
I think he's
Charlie
too
Cameron.
slow
that's
for Charlie
okay.
Cameron. I think he's too slow for
6'5".
Charlie Cameron.
That's what I mean. Like,
But do you get, do you sort of not flood their forward line, but just get in their way
Yeah.
a bit, you know?
You have to.
I think they've got to. That's a battle of the midfield. They've got to win the
No
midfield
doubt.
battle,
You
and
know,
they can.
And Carlton can win that.
And they
Yeah,
can.
yeah. Oh,
And that's it.
Yeah,
I
that
think
doesn't
whoever
worry me
wins
one
that
bit.
battle probably wins. Will probably scores freer, Carlton's defence is elite. I've said it. They're pretty good, like numbers wise.
Yeah, but their defense is pretty
and
good.
Payne's lost. Like they've lost.
Oh, if he
that's a
doesn't
loss.
play, yeah, it's a massive loss.
When the ball's in dispute, when I say in dispute, like around the ground, if Brisbane get that ball, like even beyond centre, say in their backside,
Back half.
yeah, back
centre.
half, yeah, backside, back half. You know what I meant? You can't let Danaher run at that ball.
No, of course.
Nah, that's
What
true.
I'm saying is because if he's 1-on-1, I know Wiedering's a gun, but he's big, Danaher. He's got that big.
Yeah,
If he gets a 1-on-1 and they're direct Brisbane and he can get his hands on it, this is where Carlton's in trouble,
That's
in my
it.
opinion.
But that's also on the back of midfield
Pressure
clearance.
and pressure.
And
Totally.
I think Cripps and
Walsh.
can do that.
Absolutely, they can. They can stand
Cripps
up.
is the
against
biggest midfielder on the ground, right?
McCluggage, no, not so much Zorko, but
Neil.
Neil.
It's going to be a ripping
Dunkley, yeah, it's gonna
midfield.
be a
Perfect.
good
yeah,
game.
Dunkley. Yeah, he's the other one.
But I'm not going to leave the Carlton supporters high and dry because I'm going to say a few things, right? Carlton in 99, no chance.
Their last preliminary final was the year 2000, I think.
Yeah, but 99, no chance against us.
That's
I
right.
remember that game
One,
vividly.
right?
That's right.
GWS Collingwood, 2018, 2017, no chance.
That's true.
One.
Yeah.
Western Bulldogs, GWS Western
GWS.
Bulldogs, no chance. One. So there's a chance. I'm not saying there's no chance. If there was no injuries, I'll be going, Carlton can win this. I just don't think they can.
I think
Okay.
it's not so much the injuries. You're just saying that
No, I don't think it's injuries
they're
either.
fatigued. It's been like.
No,
is that
no,
what you're saying?
No, I'm not copping fatigue.
What
No.
injuries?
No, well, Akers and Doherty, Akers has been
They're
tremendous,
playing.
right?
They're going to play.
Yeah, they're
right?
going to play.
So
But,
your fear is can Akers and
but Max
Doherty
Gon
get
played
through?
with a broken toe down and had zero
Yeah.
influence. Like I'm just not
That's,
sure.
I know what you mean.
Do you know what I mean? Like I'm
You'd
not.
like a clean run at it.
Yeah,
You'd
I'm
rather
not,
Doherty
I'm
not
not
have it-
confident.
Yeah.
Having injured players going, got to play, right? You got to.
Oh, you do.
It's your only shot, but you win again, and what happens in the grand final? Do they continue on? That again, how we're talking about the character.
That's
I mean, does
yeah.
it,
I know it's
how
weak.
far can it take you? You know, I
Yeah,
don't know.
that's fair
I'm
point.
just not sure it can take him that extra step.
And this is where the week off after a preliminary final
After.
would help a team like Carlton.
Well,
if they were to
got to
win
get
on
through,
Saturday.
yeah. But it's a tough task up there to start with. But
It
having
is,
said that,
it
the
is.
pressure is on Brisbane.
Yeah, of course it's on
There's
Brisbane.
no pressure
Yeah,
on Carlton.
that's right. Of
course
Like,
it's on
I'm,
Brisbane.
That's right.
from where they were to where they are now, they can lose. I don't want them to lose, but they can lose, and I'd be happy with the year. Like I'd say, well done.
Well, they could reset.
3 steps forward.
Barring
Absolutely.
a disaster, they can reset for next year.
No.
At the back
Yeah.
of a preliminary
What you
final.
don't want-
They're in the top 4.
Yeah, 100%.
What you don't want is they go there and it's 18 goals to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Top four
defeats a
and
lot
shot.
of.
That'd
Yeah,
be tough,
that
yeah.
defeats a lot of purpose. And you just look back and
Yeah.
go, "What is that?"
I'd
Yeah,
like
I
to
know.
lose.
Do you agree?
Oh, yeah. Not
I'd like
far
to
a
go
shot,
down
yeah.
fighting. I'd like to go down.
That's my
fighting.
point.
To go, we gave him
But
the
I
best
think
shot,
Carlton
but
will.
well,
They
have
haven't
they?
been whacked
No,
like
no,
that
I agree
in
with
Now,
you.
if they
3
lose,
months.
if they lose 15 goals to 11 or 12, you just go, mate. That's
cop
correct.
that.
That's fine.
But the only loss was a nothing game in round 24.
yeah.
So,
But yeah, but what I'm saying, do you
doesn't
agree though?
no, I don't think it does.
You'd be cut if they lose 19-8 to 8-5. You'd be fuming. You'd be
So-
60, 70
A loss
points.
is a loss, but
Look
yeah,
at the
you're probably
opposition.
right.
Is Brisbane capable of doing that against Carlton?
They are.
though?
Yeah.
They can
What?
get
What? Rip them out of the
They
water?
can get a hold of you.
I
They
don't
did
know.
it against
I'm
Port, but
only
Port were
saying that
gone.
if
I know
that
what you mean
happens-
because you know what happens with them. They get that little
No, they
bit
get
of
their tail
momentum.
up.
I know.
Look, I picked Brisbane to win the flag, but
Really?
I did. You know that I've been
Yeah, you
picking
do.
them for 6 weeks. But the game doesn't. Carlton's going okay.
Yeah. So who wins?
Do I have to make it?
Yeah,
No, we're all going to go.
absolutely.
We're all going to make
Football's
a
the winner.
No, I don't want to hear that rubbish
It's
cliche.
going to be but he's right. It's going to be a good weekend.
Oh,
Carlton has a chance.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
won't say they have a chance.
Who wins the football match and by how much?
I think. No, I'm going Carlton. I
Why?
Carlton can
Okay,
win.
why?
Because they in the middle can match.
Yeah, that's
51%. They only need 51%, and Brisbane goes 49%, and they can score at the other end.
Margin?
8 points.
Who we going? You or me?
I'll go last.
Against that, Brisbane hasn't lost a game for the Gabba too.
So what?
Okay. Yeah, it's irrelevant to me, honestly.
Carlton, 15 points.
Is it comfortable?
That's comfortable. I think they'll win. Yeah, I think they'll be. I'm just thinking about it. They'll be too good around the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not going because I'm just going on sheer my thoughts tactically. I think Carlton can break even in the midfield.
Yep.
And I think, and this is probably what you agree, I think Carlton can score.
Kernow,
Brisbane's
Motlop,
defence is their
feet.
Achilles
Yeah,
heel.
I agree.
I think it is.
I think
too.
Carlton's defence is
Strong.
strong.
Totally with
So,
you. That's
if you look at it like
hence,
that,
hence my 15-point Carlton margin.
you're excited by hearing that, aren't you?
Oh, just when you said Brisbane's defence is a bit
It's
suspect.
a little suspect.
I just automatically thought of Port Adelaide, and I thought, okay, if that's suspect, they're in trouble.
So
I've had a good thing about it. Like I've had a chance.
no, so have I. So
You know what I
have I.
mean?
it'll be like this, arm's length, I think.
I've chopped and changed.
Carlton will get a start on them, right? And I don't think Brisbane will be able to. When I say a start, not 8 goals. They might get that 5 goals to 2 start in the first quarter, like
Yeah, but-
out of the blocks, you know.
Yeah, that's enough
and I
for the
think,
final,
And then
I
I think I think Brisbane will grind them, but I think the Carlton of today, will be able to manufacture the hold on to win the game. I think they'll get a good start and hold it.
Like, on the back of that, I think Carlton, like I said in the other episode, Carlton were good against Melbourne and Sydney when they were not in their momentum window.
Yeah,
They held
because
it,
they were
yeah.
held.
They were
on-
alligator blood. They were staying cool. They were like,
They didn't
righto.
Notice they didn't make harsh decisions
didn't really panic.
on the ball at the end of each game that was close.
Yeah.
And both times they didn't make harsh decisions on the ball. They held their ground. They had a look. Mate, and look what happened.
Yep.
So for me,
And the game, I keep saying the game doesn't lie. I know Brisbane's in good form, but Carlton's in good form too.
I think Carlton.
And I think, the irony that the Brisbane Lions are training at Michael Voss Field today is a bit weird.
Exactly.
Did you know that?
What was that?
Brisbane's training at Michael Voss
Yeah.
Field.
I saw that.
Well, you know what? I'm going Carlton too.
There you go.
Blue Boys in the grand
You said
final.
Carlton can't win at the start.
Carlton GWS grand final.
we've
I'm
sold
No,
it to him.
Carlton.
Carlton Collingwood will be.
I'll take Carlton Collingwood.
All right.
Oh, that's
so
good.
would I, but I.
Carlton GWS. Wow.
Nah, Carlton Collingwood it'll be.
It's Carlton. Yeah.
All right. As long as
So-
Carlton make it, I'm happy. So
I agree.
Blues by 9 points.
You are not working Saturday night that night if Carlton play in the grand final.
Oh, mate.
All right, let's talk about footy around the traps. Obviously, local footy. Well, there's one to go. Local footy in the EDFL.
Is it?
There's
Is
one
it this
left.
week?
Strathmore play Keilor.
Is that the big one?
Keilor's
Keilor
undefeated.
looks like they've been the team to beat all year.
Undefeated.
Under
McGuan.
Mick McGuan.
VFL footy. Werribee are playing Gold Coast at Princess Park in the VFL.
I don't know.
grand
I
final.
can't tell you a winner there. I don't know. What do you think?
Gold Coast has gone all right, but Werribee, I reckon,
Very good.
can get
15,
them.
15 AFL players,
Can
Gold
get them.
Coast.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Phil, then again, I don't know.
It's hard- it's hard
I
to
understand.
play
Werribee
against,
a standalone. It is.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's tough.
And what about your boys? Your
My
women?
boys.
Your women.
My boys.
Your North Melbourne women.
Wow, at least
North
I got
Club corner.
I got
Top of the
something.
ladder in the women's.
I got something to smile at. Well, just a quick recap on the women's this last week. So North came from 3 goals. They were 20 points down.
Zip. I think they were 0 at half time.
22-2 or something it was, and they kicked the last 4 goals to win.
When did they finish that game?
It started at 5.
That's half-time score, isn't it? 22-31.
Jesus.
It's a low-scoring affair.
And just some of the other games.
It was a warm
I'll tell you what, talking about scores, Adelaide kicked 81 against Essendon's 34.
That's a high score. in
Melbourne
women's
kicked
footy.
83 against Bulldogs 41.
score.
Let's be honest, the scores are getting better. 48-56, Port
Yep.
beats St Kilda.
What about Carlton score?
77-24
Finally
on
got
West
a win.
Coast.
Carlton.
Carlton. Yeah,
What about
they did.
Brisbane and Sydney? 87-32.
Yeah, that's what I said. This is the
I
other
must
game.
say, and can I just say one thing quickly about that? The standard has improved
Improved immensely.
tenfold for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And not that I've watched it religiously, but over the years, but just watching bits and pieces and watching it now, way better. But yeah, look, it's interesting to see how the scores have improved. But
think the time
mighty
of the-
Kangas are on top.
Top of the ladder. Look at the grand final.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's good to have. I think the time slots are good as far as not time, but the time of the year. I think it's the right time.
Perfect time.
Like,
Not like
all the way up
they
to
used to start it
Christmas.
in January, remember, or December, or whatever.
Yeah, and it got lost, like with the
There's
AFL
no interest
season.
because the game's
yeah, it got
like,
lost.
Everyone's worried about their men's AFL teams going forward, like in January.
Yeah, but not even
Everyone's
that.
like, oh,
Summer.
crap, you know, yeah.
Summer, people gone away. Now at least it's started, and people go, "Oh, we're going all right," and they'll take a bit of interest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There you have it, our preview of preliminary final week. Let us know in the comments who you think wins, and we'll see you in the next one.
Go Blues.